Hey, good morning from BuQeye BBQ. So I have been contemplating power options for my little barbecue hut here. I'm definitely going to get an estimate to have electric run here from the house. House isn't that far, but I'm sure it'll be costly. But for now, we're going to be testing out the Anker Solix F2000. Going to see how long it runs the pellet grill. I am going to do a small cook as a part of this, but this is really more for a test to see how long this will go. So let's get started. All right, so here's the Anker Solix. The one thing that I didn't consider is how heavy this thing was. It's 2,048 watt hours, so it's pretty big. It does have a handle that you can roll it almost like a suitcase. I have charged it to 100%. That was actually a few days ago though, so I'm not sure if it'll be 100% now or not. But we're going to see how long we can run our pellet grill on this. The neighbor's dogs are up and at it at 8 a.m., which is great. I love that. But let's get this going. 100%. We'll turn on the Wi-Fi. And now I'll find my glasses so I can see a little better. It's got a light with 3 brightnesses, including an emergency setting, which I won't add. And we're gonna use the AC outlet. It's got a 12-volt car for a car plug. It's also got multiple USBs. It can be charged from AC, of course, also from 12-volt from your car, and also solar panels, up to like 5 solar panels, hundreds of watts of input. So we'll get the plug here. I gotta clean up this place, it's a dump. We'll plug it in, and my pellet grill is firing up. We're going to do some beef back ribs, which I absolutely love. I happened to find them at the store this morning. And I don't intend to run this until the battery goes out, but I'm hoping to extrapolate from percentage left and how long that we've gone. I want to do these 225 to 250, just kind of a good smoking range for my test here. So we'll throw this up to 225 to start. Probably need to add some pellets, we'll check. And I am going to use the super smoke function. So for anybody that doesn't know, with pellet cookers, it really only lights the heating element to get the fire going. Then after that, it's just the auger and the pellets. So it's not going to have to heat that heating element for very long. I'll continue to check the display here. We're outputting 204 watts right now. It'll be interesting to see after the smoker is up to temperature and the heating element is off, what our wattage output is. So we'll keep watching that. And we will go ahead and turn the super smoke on. There we go. So that's going to get us started. We're going to keep an eye on this Anker Solix and go from there. So we'll go in and get our beef back ribs ready to go, and then we'll just get them on. All right, so here's our beef ribs. So if you're not familiar with beef back ribs, this is essentially the bone that would have been attached to a ribeye steak. So since my video sucks here, I'm not going to subject you to it. All I did was add some Bearded Butcher seasoning to these. I didn't have anything to trim, just got them seasoned up and ready for the smoker. Okay, our cooker is up to temperature, running 236, set to 225. Super smoke is going. Let's check our Anker Solix. We are still at 100% with a remaining 1.7 days. And by the way, outputting only 17 watts right now because that heating element is turned off. When you heat things, when you're heating something up using electric, that uses a lot. 2.2 days, so we're fluctuating. Wow. Okay, I can run a super long cook on this, it looks like. But who knows, maybe we're not quite to a good estimating point yet. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Cool. All right, let's get our beef ribs on. We're gonna put these bone side down. Kind of bunch them together, especially because it's cut. I'll lose the seasoning. All right, there we go. So we're just gonna let these go, and probably be a couple hours before we even check on them. I might mix up a mop sauce or some sort of spritz. Not quite decided yet, so we will bring you back and we'll keep an eye on the Anker. Okay, we have been on not quite 3 hours, pretty close though. So let's take a look. 3 hours in, we are down 7% to 93%. Says it'll go, keeps flashing back and forth between 1.6 and 2 days, and we're drawing less than 20 watts of power. So I'm impressed. I could definitely do a long brisket cook or pork butt cook overnight on this without worry at all. And by the way, this thing is whisper quiet. I am not sponsored by Anker at all. Nobody's paying me to do this. I've just been wanting one of these, at least something like it. So far, I think it's great. So let's take a look at our beef back ribs. I've got some apple cider vinegar for spritzing here. Ooh, those look great. Got more time for sure, but getting some bone pull back there. Just going to give these a quick spritz. For the record, I know that I need to clean my grill. That's tomorrow's project, so feel free to leave me a comment though about how bad it is. We'll bring you back and take a look at our Anker and our beef ribs. Alright, so we've been on almost 4 hours with the beef ribs. Cooker holding nicely in the 225 range. Super smoke is on. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off though, because we're going to wrap our beef ribs, I think. But in 4 hours we have gone to 90%. So if I extrapolate that out, that's nearly 2 days worth of pellet cooker operation at 225 degrees. Of course, if you set it for a higher temperature, the auger will run more. So I would expect that 2 days would go down, but I don't often take 2 days to cook something on the pellet cooker. So right now I'm feeling pretty good about this. So let's take a look here. The color's looking great. Pullback is great. Feeling pretty soft. So let's... Ooh, that actually feels good right now. 183, 184. This is a perfect time to wrap. So let me grab some tongs, and I'm not even gonna put anything in here when I wrap. I'm gonna go meat side down. I actually take that back. I'm gonna go ahead and spritz this just a little bit under here. Tell you again, these aren't the prettiest thing to barbecue, but I love back ribs. I really do. Gonna try to be gentle here so we don't poke through. All right, there we go. We're just gonna slide these right back onto the grill, and Anker's performing great. We'll bring you back. All right, I just temped these and they're at 199 and they look great. So I'm gonna go get what I need to pull these off, cutting board or something, and we'll let them rest. And when I pull them off, I'm gonna turn this thing up to its highest setting, and we'll see what it does to the Anker. I'm sure it will take a little more battery just from the auger running. But right now we're at 88% and we are on just less than 5 hours. So 4 hours, 45 minutes, something like that. So I'm loving the way this is working. So we will bring you back. Okay, these have been on about another 20 minutes. They were probing really tender at 200 degrees. I'm sure they're done. I'm not going to worry about probing them again. So I'm just going to put these right up on the cutting board and let them rest. I am, in the meantime, going to, in prep for the good cleaning I'm going to give this tomorrow, we're going to turn this up to as high as it'll go. And let's take a look here. 88% on the Anker. 5 hours, gone down 12%. Can't argue with that. So we're going to let this come up to 500, leave it there for a little bit and turn it off. We'll check the Anker, and more importantly, we'll burn off some stuff in there and we'll get this ready for cleaning tomorrow. So I will bring you back when we try these and check the Anker out for a last time. So we are up to 493 degrees in the Traeger, and we are still at 88% on the Anker. So the auger doesn't take a lot of power to run. Still around 20 watt output, 1.4 days as far as estimated runtime. So I'm going to call this video here, no I'm not, I got to try the beef ribs, but for the Anker part of this video we're going to call it, and we will get in there and try the beef ribs and be done. Alright, so here's our beef back ribs. Again, these are not going to win a beauty contest ever, but great pullback from the bone. That bone's going to give these a ton of flavor. Might even save these bones and do a stock with them. Let's just cut some of this meat off here. Oh boy, and that meat on the bone will be so good too. I didn't do any sauce or anything on these. I thought I might, but I just never got to it. I tell you what, that is some of the best beef ever. I love back ribs. It's like a good ribeye steak. All right, well, thanks for going through the experiment with the Anker with me. Quick beef rib cook. Hope you enjoyed that too. I'm trying to chew here and talk. Do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. See you next time at BuQeye BBQ.